Hey everybody, welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So from amigurumi to weaving and anything in between. If you like crafting and being creative, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. Today's tutorial is coming to you from my camper. So you'll see, here I am in my camper. But I was sitting here working on a bunch of Grape's Trivet. So I'm using Purple Haze yarn, and I'm going to call it Frosted Grapes. So it's really, really easy. That's why I figured I'm making it, I might as well do a tutorial. So I'm using Purple Haze Sugar and Cream yarn. I'm using a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm using bottle caps that we have been actually using throughout the weekend. So you're going to start with a magic circle. Once you get your magic circle, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do 6 half double crochets in the magic circle. Okay, there's 1. Sorry if you hear the dogs barking. We're camping, so there's 2. Now remember, they're half doubles and you need 6 of them. 3. Oh, let me get my tail out of the way. 4. 5. Now, if you don't like the magic ring or the magic circle, go ahead and do the loop however you want. You just need a loop with 6 half doubles in it. Okay, so I have 6 half doubles right here. And I'm going to pull it tight, and then I'm going to cinch it off or close it off with a slip stitch in the very first half double. Okay, so you've got 6 stitches here. You're going to go ahead, cinch it off, chain 1, and then you're going to do a half double right back into that same stitch. So that counts as 2 half doubles. And then you're going to do 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles. And you're going to keep doing that until you get a total of 10 stitches. So we're going to go ahead. And what I'm doing is I'm doing my stitches in these outside parts of the loop. Okay, so my half double, it's not going in the top of the stitches in here. I'm actually going to the outside, and that helps it stretch it out just a little bit so it doesn't curve in on itself. So there's 1. You see where I'm putting it right in there. Okay, if my camera will focus for me, that would be great. And then in the next one, I'm just going to put 2. There's 2. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8. So I need 2 more stitches. We're going to do, you're going to end with 2 singles. And honestly, if you don't end in 2 singles, just make sure you end in having 10 stitches. Okay. Once again, you're going to single, or you're going to slip stitch into the first half double. If my hook will pay attention. There we go. Slip stitch into the first half double, and then go ahead and chain 1. Now that you have 10 stitches, go ahead, open this up a little bit. It wants to curl in on itself, but don't let it. Okay, open it up so you've got a flat circle. Now you're just going to go around the whole thing and put 1 half double crochet all the way around, so you have 10 half double crochets on this round. 1. It is tight corners here, but it's worth it when you get your finished product. Okay, 3, 4, 5. It takes me a little longer to do the half doubles because this is a little splitty. So I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Okay, as you go along, go ahead, stretch it out, open it up. Okay, 6, 7, 8. Making sure I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 1 more, and we're done with 10. All right, go ahead and slip stitch into that first half double. Now this is where you're going to do two things. You're going to tuck your tail from the beginning, and then you're going to stuff it with your pop top. So we single stitch into the first, chain one, go ahead and pull up a big enough loop, pull through your tail right into the circle, right into the middle of your pouch. Okay, nice and tight. I snip it off so it's not that long. And then go ahead and take your pop top and you're going to tuck it into your little pouch. Here's the little pouch you have. Again, tight corners, but it's worth it. So take this and stuff it right in there. You're going to be stretching the yarn. Just all matters on how your hands work. Sometimes mine don't work so well. So stretch it out nice and stretchy. Tuck that in there. I do recommend cotton yarn because you're going to be using it in the kitchen. Okay, here you go. After fighting just a little bit, you get it right in there. Now all we're going to be doing from now on is single crochet reducing. Okay. And really, you can use your crochet hook if you want, or you can go ahead and just sew it shut. However you get this side shut, it doesn't matter, whichever is more comfortable for you. Now, when you start, it's going to feel a little tight, but as you go along, it's going to loosen up. Okay, so we're just going to do single crochet decreases until we can't do them anymore. And again, that's up to you. If you want to do one round of the single crochet decreases and then sew it shut, totally fine. It's just a matter of getting this side all closed. You might have to jiggle it around a little bit. Be careful. Be careful if you're using an actual bottle cap because you don't want to cut yourself on it. I think that's a disclosure I had to put in there. Okay. One more single crochet decrease. As much as you can. Trying to remember to keep my hands up in the air. It's fun doing a tutorial from the camper. Okay, so that's enough of single crochet decreases. I'm going to pull it, I'm going to end it here, and then I'm going to go ahead and stitch it. I'm not going to tie off like I normally do. I'm going to just pull it all the way through and leave it open a bit. And then I'm going to go ahead, get my needle, and stitch this right shut. What I do is I go around in a circle with my thread, so it's kind of a cinch shut anyway. Pull it nice and tight. And then you can go ahead and put a knot here because it's really not going to show. And then tuck it and snip it. Here you go. Here's your very first grape. You're going to need 19 of these. So go ahead and do 19 of these. I'm going to finish them up here and then I'll show you how to put it all together and make the leaves. See you soon. Okay, so I have all 19 of these done. I will insert a picture of them set on the tabletop here so you can see what they look like. So now I'm going to sew them together in the shape of a grape, a bunch of grapes. So, you know the idea. It's like a triangle and then you come back in a little. So, I'm going to take a bigger darning needle than the one I was using. Let me dig around in my little, I think I'll use my purple one. Okay. So I'm going to use my purple sewing needle here, and I'm going to grab a good length because I've never done this before, so I'm kind of learning as I go with this. Okay, so here's the first one. The concept is to just have it so they're touching. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring the yarn into the back, and I'm going to actually knot it on there. Okay, I'm going to tie a little knot. I can hide that later, so you won't be able to see it. That's another good thing about using the busy yarn. You can go ahead and knot that on there and then figure it out later as to how to hide it. So you're looking at the back right now. Here's the front. So as you can picture, you're going to want to sew these together so that they hold the shape of a triangle. So I'm going to go ahead, rethread my needle because it fell out. All right. So I'm going to actually do it from the side, not the bottom, but the side. So bring the yarn up so it's sitting on the edge of your grape. And then you're going to go ahead, make sure they're all facing the same way, and go into the side of the other grape. And back through. Do it a few times so that you've got a really good hold on them. Right? You don't want to do it just once or twice. You want to make sure, because people, if you're going to be using this, people are going to be moving it around, picking it up, moving it all over the place. So you want to make sure it's held together really well. So we're going to go ahead and get your needle. If you see my dog jumping up here, he likes to join in the videos. That'll do. So up again on the side, okay? And now we're going to go back down through here so that the yarn is coming out, and you can go ahead and sew the next one on like that, okay? Right through the side of that one. Now remember, you made the stitches kind of tight on the grapes, so when you use your needle, it's going to be a little tight to pull it. But so the concept here is to go ahead and sew all of these on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to join this one here, and I'm also going to join it here, so it'll be held together nice and tight. So we're going back down in here, and I'm going to go right ahead up the side of this one. Pull it tight, and you can see it actually cinches itself a little bit. There we go. Nice, very nice. Again, 3 or 4 stitches, 3 or 4 rounds to make sure that you have nice and sturdy on there. And as you go through more of them, obviously they're all going to hold each other on a bit better. And here's the concept we're looking for. So the next ones you're going to do one here, and one here. Okay. Again, it looks like a little triangle, and you're just going to keep going. So I will do a few more rows and show you how it looks, and we'll get back to you. We hide the yarn in the back. So if you have to go from this stitch to here, you can just slide it right through any of these and come out where you need it to come out. Very convenient. Like I said, that is one of the benefits of using a very busy yarn. So you can see the concept here. I'm going to sew the third one on right here. So the yarn's going to come out through the side. Right here. And into the side right here. How cute is that? And we're just going to keep going. Okay? Keep going, sewing them on, and I will show you my progress. All right, so here we go. Here's the first triangle part that I've got done. I'm going to go ahead, same idea. You can see I use stitches in the back. The back is really not the part that needs to be pretty. I mean, do your best, but all of this is so busy that you're not really going to notice these few stitches in there. So go ahead, keep going, and get all 19 of these. We'll go ahead and do all 15 because the last row you're going to reduce it a little bit, and I just want to make sure I show you how to do that. So go ahead and get 15 of these sewn together in a triangle, lining each one in the pocket of the two below it. Okay, good luck. I'll see you when you're done. So while working on this, I actually figured out a couple things. Like I said, I'm learning this as I go, so I'm showing you as I learn. So I'm using a smaller sewing needle, darning needle, whatever you want to call it, a smaller one, easier to maneuver, harder to thread. It's a give and take process. But what I'm doing is I'm lining up, like for my next row, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm taking 5 of them, cutting off a length of yarn, and I'm going to go straight through the backs of all 5 first. Okay, so you make a little knot. Again, you can hide that later on. Very easy to hide. Let's go ahead and make a knot on there, just so that you're not pulling it all the way through too many times. Okay, all the way through this one to out the other side. Remember, you're dealing with a middle cap in there, so it might be a little difficult. Okay, pull this right one all the way through. Then go ahead, line up the next one, and pull it all the way through. So you're actually kind of beating it, you know, making a necklace sort of chain. You don't have to worry that they're all facing the same way just yet. You can do that before you attach them. So we're going to go ahead all the way through this one, out the other side. A string of it. You're going to have a string of grapes. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. This actually worked really well for the one that I just put on. So I highly recommend this rather than doing separate ones the whole way across. And right out the other side. Now you can see I have a chain of grapes. So I'm going to make sure they're all facing the same way. Okay. Line them up right where they need to go on the hot plate. And then I'm just going to take it, I'm going to go back into this one and out the side, because we're going to attach it by the side to this one. So you're going to go right into this one, and it's helping you attach this right on there. Okay. Then you can go ahead and make sure you secure it where you need it to make it the triangle, and go ahead and stitch them all the way across so that they're lined up just nice in the triangle. Okay, there's a little stitch tip for you. All right, so here are the first 15, and ideally you want them to be able to stand up on their own. So when you're tying them and stitching them together, you want them to be secure enough that they're not going to separate in any, I mean, it can bend over like that, but you want to make sure that they're pretty secure and tied together. Now for the last 4, you're just going to go back in here and put them on the insides, just the last 4 here, and that makes it look like the top of the bunch of grapes. All right, so go ahead and sew those on, and then we'll make the leaves and stuff to decorate the top. All right, so here we go. It is the finished bunch of grapes. Now I have to get the green yarn, so that's a trip to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby, wherever I can find it, and then I will finish off doing the green part for the finish of the decorative part. So this is how it should look. You should be able to hold it up pretty well on its own. The back here, there we go. All right, so I will get to the store, get that done, and figure out what I'm going to do for the top, and we'll be back. Okay, so I lucked out. I actually have some green Premier Home cotton, 100% cotton yarn that I'm going to use as the leaves and the stems for this. So I'm going to figure out how I'm doing it, and then I will finish showing you on the tutorial. Okay? Again, stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, so here we go. I figured out how I wanted to do the leaves, and here's the top. Let me see if I can balance it like that. I haven't sewn it on yet, so I wanted you to see what it looks like. There's the 3 leaves and the loop on the top so you can hang it up in your kitchen. All right, so let me show you how I made these. So easy and so cool. I'm really proud of how they came out. They look nice and curly, just like regular leaves would. Okay, so let's start with a magic circle. Okay. Come on. Start with the magic circle, and you're going to put 12 half double crochets in this magic circle. Okay. 1, you know how to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and let you do this. 2, and I will meet you up at the end when we all have 12 half double crochets in this magic circle. Okay. All right, that's 10. Here's 11. And the magic number, number 12. All right. Now when you're pulling this tight, do not go all the way. Okay. You're going to pull it so that it's almost a closed circle, but not completely. See that? Leave a little bit of a gap there. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put a slip stitch into the ring. You're going to put it right on there. Slip stitch right onto that. Okay. And then you're going to slip stitch in your first half double. I always fight with the slip stitches. I don't know why. You know I'm going to win. Just let me win. Here we go. Slip stitch into the first. And there we go. Now we've got it complete. And you're going to use that as the ring to hang it up in your kitchen. Now, if you want to make these doubles instead of half doubles, go ahead. It's just a matter of preference as to how big you want the loop to hang it on. Okay, now, that being said, we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a knot, of course. Of course I have a knot. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a chain of 11 hanging like that. Now, you're going to go back to the second hook or the second stitch from your hook, and you're going to do a single crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to do a single crochet and a half double in the same chain. In the next, you're going to do a half double, and then you're going to do a double. Can you guess the next one? The next one, you're going to do a double and then a treble. You got to do them in this order. There's the double, now the treble in the same chain. Then in the next chain, you're going to do 2 trebles. That's 1. There's 2. Now we're at the tip or the thickest point of the leaf. Now we've got to go back down the other way. So in the next one, you're going to do the opposite of what you did going this way. So you're going to start with a treble. Treble, come on, there we go. You're going to start with a treble in the next. In that same space, you're going to do a double. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you just did a treble, then a double. In the next one, you're going to do a double and then a half double. These are all in the same stitch. The next one, you're going to do a half double and a single. And then in the last one, you're going to do a single. There you go. You're going to slip stitch back into, come on, there we go. You're going to slip stitch right back into this grouping of stitches here at the base. Wherever you can fit it in, just go ahead and slip stitch into that. And there you go, there's your first leaf. Now you're going to do that however many leaves you want. I did 3. So remember, you're going to start the next one with a chain of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Second chain from the hook, you're starting with a single crochet. The next one, you're going to do a single and a half double in the same chain. In the next chain, you're going to do a half double and a double. In the next one, you're going to do a double and then a treble. The very next one, which is the widest part of the leaf, you're going to do 2 trebles. Now we're going to start the descent. Okay, so we're going to do a treble and a half in the next, or not a half, a treble and a double in the next. Sorry about that. The next one, we're going to do a double and then a half double. Pull out my yarn as it's a little stuck over there. And then a half double. The next one, we're going to do a half and a single. And then in the last one, you're going to do a single and you're going to slip stitch right into the group. There you go. Again, do this as many times as you want for as many leaves as you want, and then I'll show you how to attach it as soon as I figure it out. Remember, I'm learning this as I go, figuring this out as I go along. So here I have mine. Now, I had made a couple other leaves when I was practicing. I might go ahead and just throw them on just as decoration, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So first you want to hide your tails. No, you don't. You don't want to hide your tails because I'm going to use them to tie it on, to sew it on. So get it so that, tie your tail so that it gets right to the base of that. So you can go ahead and find the spot where you want to attach it on the front of your trivet. And then you're going to thread your needle and get it right on there. You can put a stitch marker on there if you want to mark your place, but I just figure I'm going to know where I put it because it's smack dab in the middle. Now I want this loop to hang up a little bit so that I can hang it when I do it in the kitchen. And then you're just going to sew this on however you can to make it look like the top of a bunch of grapes. You can go ahead and spread them out and have just one hanging down, or go ahead and do it however you want. I'm going to finish this and then I'll show you my finished product. All right, there you go. All finished, tied on. How cute is this? I am so happy. And all in all, this only took me maybe an hour and a half to make. I mean, it took me longer to collect the bottle tops, but look at that. Now I decided that I liked more leaves, so I added 2 other ones. You just do the same thing, chain the 11 and do the same leaves, but look at that. I am so in love with this thing. I think I might actually put it up in my Etsy store. There you go. Your dusted sugar bunch of grapes trivet. All right, if you make it, please put it up on the Facebook page. I have two of them. I have a group and I have a private. So please, I'll put the links below in the video. I would love to see what you guys come up with. So please make it and show me. Also, remember my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please become a member if you want. We do a lot of fun things for members only. So yeah, there you go. Remember, everybody, be happy, be kind, and always be creative. Thank you so much. Have a great day.